I wanted to get on here today and talk about a topic that's been heavy on my heart for a little while, and that's about men's mental health. I feel like that's something that's not talked about a lot. I feel like that's something that we was taught from young to suppress our feelings. You know, man up, keep your head down, and just keep going. And I feel like that's a topic I really feel like I need to touch on today. I just wanted to say, if there's other men out there that's going through mental health crisis or feel like they have to take on everything alone, I understand because I've been there myself. So I'm really speaking from personal experience. And I wanted to talk about that because it's not talked about a lot. First thing first, I would like to say is if you're dealing with mental health, don't think of it as a bad thing. Don't think of it as something that you need to do alone or work on by yourself alone, because it will really destroy you. Me personally, I've been through there. The way I was raised, I didn't really get those sit downs and those talks about emotions and speaking on how you feel. And those things came over time with me reading books, getting help, and having like a mentor. The same way when people are, let's say alcoholics, and they enter a sobriety where they have, a sponsorship or a sponsor, I should say a sponsor, that helps them through those hard times when they think they're going to relapse. Us men, we need one of those. So my first thing I want to say is you don't have to deal with it alone. You're not alone. You're not the only person that goes through these things. A lot of men go through it, but we don't talk about it because we suppress those issues and we compact them, and we just basically just move forward because we think our feelings are not validated because these are not conversations that are being had. Suicide rate between men and women, men are on a way higher spectrum than women. We are taught to be protectors and providers and to take on everybody else's problems and feel that ours are not, it don't matter. I should say, don't matter. But that's not true. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that help me personally, help me with my mental and my depression. So first thing I want to say is, first thing first, get you a mentor or get you a friend. You don't have to vent 24/7. You don't have to do that at all. But at least find you one person where you could speak to or talk to or feel comfortable talking to, and talk to them about your problems. Me, I have a good friend that I speak to. His name Rich. Knew him since high school. And we speak about everything from relationship problems to mental health to stocks to financial stuff to self-improvement. Like, we talk about everything. And that's one of my good friends. And I appreciate him to this day, because I could go to him and speak to him about real life stuff. And it don't matter if we didn't speak in a minute, if we didn't speak in weeks, and we didn't speak in months. When we around each other or when we need to talk to each other, it's all love and it's good vibes. So get you a friend. That's one thing I would say. Or get you at least one person that you could talk to without, judge free, that you feel comfortable talking to. And you speak, even if it's a therapist. Me personally, I tried therapy. I couldn't speak to a therapist. So I'm happy to have a friend, that at least one that I can speak to on that level. The second thing I would say, prioritize your health without guilt. So whatever it is that you need to do when you're in those dark spots, whether even if it's a hobby, that you need to do, even if it's like whatever that's gonna get you out that dark spot. We all have a hobby that we like to do that could lighten the moment. Whether it's hanging around good friends, whether it's playing a sport that you know, some people like coloring, some people like crossword puzzles, whatever it is, retail therapy, anything that you like to do it. And don't feel remorseful that you're putting yourself first in these type of situations, because you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of you before you can take care of anybody else. And I noticed that because me personally, I have kids, and when I'm going through what I'm going through mentally, it's hard for me to still be a dad, but I have to. I have to put my pride to the side sometimes, or what I'm feeling or how I feel at the times, because at the end of the day, I got to be a dad every day. I can't pick and choose when to be a dad. So you have to prioritize and do things that make you happy, so you can take care of the people that love you. And you might not see it during your dark times, but you got to look at your reason why. And I started to notice that. And I have to say this for sure. Self-reflection. You have to look yourself in the mirror. You have to look yourself in the face. And you have to tell yourself, how did I end up in this situation? Why I feel like this? Because a lot of times we get into that deep depression when we stop having faith, when we stop believing in God, or when we start doing things and not putting God first. That's why I preach, keep God in your life first, because as long as you got him in your life first, things will work out in your favor. But I notice when I move or do things that put me away from God, my life, when you move away from God or when you don't keep him first, your life kind of get chaotic. And you start to get a lot of confusion. You start to, your path that you was going starts to get hazed a little bit. And that's because you're not keeping God first in everything you do. Like I said, you should be praying, like even when your life is good and even when your life is bad. A lot of people tend to only pray when life get hard. But when they're receiving and getting all these blessings, they forget who set them up for all these blessings. Another thing I want to say is self-journal. Journal. Sometimes if you can't speak to a person that you want to speak to right away, journal your thoughts down. And let that be an outlet for you to move forward. Or for you to write something, read it out loud, and have clarity on certain things. Or at least see a sense of direction that you want to go. Another thing I wanted to say to the fellas is, you're not alone. It's a lot of men out here that feel the same way that you do. They're trying to protect, they're trying to provide, they're trying to lead, they're trying to balance working a 9-to-5, having time for their kids. They're trying to figure all these things out, and some of us haven't or didn't come from a household with a father. So it makes things a little bit more difficult because you didn't have nobody to lead you and guide you. A lot of times, like me personally, I had to figure out things on my own. It was only so much my moms could teach me about being a man. My father, his situation wasn't able to be in my life. He got deported, and I literally had to figure out things on my own. And sometimes you run into people around where you live and think they're guiding you the right way, but sometimes they could be misleading you and using you in a different way, in a different light to do things for them, whether it's out on the street or in gangs or whatever. But you're looking up to this person because you don't know no better. And I wanted to say, like, this is what I made this channel for. This is what broyalty is. I literally said it. The meaning of broyalty is a person that's not related to you by blood, but is like family because of the loyalty they have shown you. And that's why the slogan is blood make you related, broyalty made us family. I have friends that's not related to me by blood, but they're like closer to me than my family is, my own family, bloodline related. And you have to reach out and use your resources when you can. Talk to your friends or find at least one person. Find one person and talk to God. That's the only two people you really need to talk to. One person at least and God. That's it. And that's all you need. Keep trying to improve. Keep reading books. One thing I would say is read books. They always say if you want to hide something from us folks, you put it in a book. Why? Because a lot of us haven't read a book since we left high school. Or if you're in college and you graduated, a lot of us haven't read a book since college. Keep reading. Keep improving your knowledge. Keep working on yourself. Keep hitting the gym. Stay intact with nature. You know, go for a walk. Go on that hiking trail. Go sit on that grass. Take your sneakers off. Put your feet in the grass. Connect with nature. Get in that sunlight. Don't stay in your room all day when you're feeling depressed. Trust me, nothing good come out of that. I've been through that. Staying in your room all day with the blackout curtains, that don't do nothing for you but make you feel worse. You know, they try to tell you as a man, compress your emotions, don't talk on it. That don't make you a better man. Dealing with your mental health make you a better man. That's what make you a better man. Dealing with your mental health by yourself make you worse. Because it's going to get to you. It's going to get to you. It's going to get to you. And that's not what we want. We want to keep thriving and being the best person that you can be, especially for yourself and for your kids and for your family. Break that generational curse. If you have kids, don't compress their feelings. Allow your kids to talk to you about whatever it is. Remember how you feel when you wanted to talk about something, but they made you seem like it's not. That's not what men do. We don't talk about our feelings. Hold on. We don't talk about our feelings. Had to kick the soccer ball back over there. We're not supposed to talk about our feelings. It's weird when men have deep intellectual conversation with other men. Some people can't handle that because they never had that. That's why I appreciate my friend Rich, because we can speak about everything. He don't like to gossip. If it's not about money, self-improvement, mental health, he don't want to talk about it. He's not a friend where he's on some where the females at. He want to, how can we get better, bro? If we not talking about that, I don't want to talk. And I love that about him because those are the type of people I work around in my circle. Get around like-minded people. People that's uplifting. That's not trying to, like, you know, dim your light. You come up with a crazy idea that's a business idea. They're not trying to, yo, bro, you can't do that. That's too far. Get around people that's going to, yo, bro, all right, what's the plans? What's next? How we make this work? Those are the people you want to be around. Those are the people you want to stay around. Mental health is a real thing. If you don't get your mental right, it's like nothing else is good is going to come out of it. Once you start to get yourself right, your whole life starts to change. And I'm a testimony of it because I've been through that. 2024, I keep preaching, was my worst year. Worst year. Why? Because my mental health wasn't there. I couldn't figure certain things out. I couldn't get myself together. I didn't know what I was staying in the bed. I was sitting there eating junk food and not loving myself for real. Love yourself, bro. You is special. You're a special breed. You don't know, but you special. Love yourself. Love on yourself, bro. Don't let nobody make it seem like you not that person. Cause God made you your image for a reason. You perfect already. You just gotta find your way. You gotta see it yourself. Anything that you want to do, you can do it. Just manifest it and then put the actions behind it. You can't just pray and think it's gonna fall in your lap. You gotta put that work in though. Change yourself, change your mental. Stop thinking you need to be alone. And I want to say, if it's anybody in the is anybody that's watching this that feel like they're going through mental health, feel free to reach out. Feel free to, I'll put my email in the description of this video. Email me, put it down in the comments or comment down below. You know, Roy T family, because that's what we becoming. We becoming one. We don't need to divide to conquer when we can unite and conquer. Uplift each other. There's no crabs in a barrel here. Love your brothers and even the females, because I don't just want to make it a brother thing, but love your sisters as well. And I just want to say I love y'all. Peace out. I'll see y'all in the next video.